Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jade and today I'm doing my February TBR. So last month I actually read 8 books, which is really awesome. I'm going to be filming that after this actually, but so I'm hoping I can read quite a lot this month. One of the books is gigantic and it might take me some time, but then again I just read a 650, 60, 70 page book in 3 days. Right, like literally I finished it yesterday. So we'll see. The first book I have this month is Fire Study by Maria V. Schneider. This is the second book to the Poison Study series. I just got this book. It was in my January book haul. And I really want to read this. It's one of the most beautiful covers ever. My door is slowly opening. It's about a girl who is being tried for murder and she's going to be put to death because in the militaristic society she lives in, if you kill someone, you get killed. But before she's supposed to be hung, she's offered the position as the commander's poison taster, so she will taste all his food for poison. And then you realize, like, throughout the book, why she killed someone and why people want to kill her. And a love kind of starts to bloom, but I think it's a perfect kind of love. It's not like just there. I think it made a lot of sense and I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait to read the second one, which is going to be completely different from the first and in a completely different world, basically. The next book I have this month is The Library of Fates. The author's first name is actually covered, which is very inconvenient. It is by Aditi Khorana. This is about two people. It's from two people's point of views. There is an emperor who is taking over a lot of kingdoms, and the princess's, I think, kingdom has never been touched until it is attacked. And she wants to save her kingdom, and she doesn't know how. And she meets this girl, a slave from the emperor, managed to escape, and they are forced to rely on each other. But she wants to save her people, the princess wants to save her people, when the slave tells her about the Library of Fates, where they can go and change what happened. Because when you go there, you get your prophecy, but I think you can also change history or something like that. I'm not completely sure, but it's very pretty, and I think it's going to be really interesting, so I'm excited to read that. The next book I have is the second book to the Diviners series. It is Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. This book is gigantic. It's, how many pages is this? It's over 600, which is good because this year I wanted to do tomed. Like, I wanted to read a lot of giant books. In the first month, I did read a gigantic book, which was over 500 pages. It was over 600. And maybe this month I'll also do that again, which will make me proud of myself. This book is about a girl named Evie. Close enough. And she has this power where when she touches an object, she sees the memory that person has with that object. And she was in a small town from rich parents, and she gets in trouble. This is, by the way, is in like the 70s. No, is it not the 70s? Is in like the 20s? The 20s maybe? Possibly a little bit later than that. So she gets sent to New York with her uncle. My eyes are crying a lot. I am sorry for the makeup I think I just got everywhere. It's bad, allergies. But she's sent to live with her uncle, who owns this museum of mysteries, basically. It's just a bunch of like supernatural proof and stuff like that, and he is asked to help with the murder investigation of this guy who is doing cultic like murders, and the cops have no idea what to do. But you slowly find out that stuff is not as it seems, and the murder is a little bit more supernatural than we thought. And Evie uses her powers and her friends to help solve the murders and try and stop an evil that's basically going to take over the world. Really good book. I don't know what the second book goes off kind of a cliffhanger of the first book. And it's kind of has to do with dreams, so that will be interesting, and that's going to take me a while. The next book I have is Waistcoats and Weaponry by Gail Carringer. It's the third book to the finishing school. It's about girls in like the 1800s, maybe earlier than that. Probably earlier than that, like in the 1600s, maybe 1700s, who are trained to be spies. And the main character is very unique, and she's just thinks very much like a spy. And a lot of things happen, and I'm really excited for it. I'm honestly trying to remember the first book. I read it like a year ago. I don't even remember what happens in it, to be honest. What happens in the first book? So in the first book, she kind of learns about this mysterious finishing school and what's going on. And there is this device that everyone is trying to steal. And she is like trying to figure out why it's important and why it's such a big deal and why she's involved in it. Because it's like affecting the whole school. So she goes on an adventure basically to find this device while also trying to do good in her spy training. I'm really excited. It's one of my favorite book series. It's so funny and it's wonderful. The next book I have here is The Glass Spare by Lauren DeStefano. This book I wanted to read for so long. It has a really pretty cover, by the way. It's cool. It's like a town made of glass. So she is a daughter of a king in the world's wealthiest nations, but she's kept in the shadows to serve as a spy for her father. Ooh. Cool. She is attacked one night and discovers a dangerous secret. Her touch turns people into gemstones. Uh-oh. That's cool. But it leads to tragedy. So something happens and she has to redeem herself, probably for turning a family member into glass. I just think it's going to be really cool. I really wanted to read it for some reason. And then the last book I have is the second book to Stalking Jack the Ripper. This is Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco. This is Sasha Alberg's favorite book, so like it's obviously wonderful. And in the first book, she lives in London with her father and brother, and she works with her uncle in a morgue dissecting bodies. And she really wants to do it, but she's a woman, so she's not really supposed to. But then Jack the Ripper starts to kill people, and some really heartbreaking things actually happen in this novel. It's very sad. Not at all what I expected to happen. It's a wonderful book, though, and everyone should really read it. Alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Tell me what books you are thinking of reading that month, and maybe I'll add them to some TBRs off down the line, or maybe I'll end up reading them this month. Who knows? I see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!